This video has been a month in the making, and honestly, I almost didn't even make it. The reason is because it's a story of tragedy and loss, and it's very unlike a lot of the things that we share on our channel, but I thought it was important to share this. This is the first big loss that we've had regarding our goats. We totally did not expect for this to happen. Not even on my radar. Before I made this video, I wanted to have some answers. So here's the story of what happened. Last night I came down to put my first fresheners on the stand to get them used to being handled, as was the plan. But when I got down here, I noticed that Finley, my first freshener, had bloody discharge. She's not due until April 8th. This is not supposed to be happening. The only thing I could think of is that she miscarried. So I've just been keeping an eye on her. Her temperature is fine, so there's no infection. She's acting and eating okay, so I'm going to assume that she's okay for now. Are you okay?
She's acting like she's in heat because her hormones are all out of whack. This really just confirmed what I was thinking, that she had miscarried.
Her appetite's very good. Yep.
Well, since I'm not really sure why she miscarried, I'm going to isolate her. This is going to give me some time to observe her and also see if she passes anything else. Additionally, I want to do a little more research. I'm not really sure what stage of the miscarriage she's at. I come down the following day to make sure everyone's okay, and this is what I find. Since Finley had stopped contracting and the fetus was stuck in this position, I needed to intervene. And honestly, if you ever find yourself in this position, don't be surprised. It's very disconcerting. I needed to be very careful and very gentle because none of the parts of the fetus could be left behind. And that just had my pulse racing. This poor girl had no idea what was going on. I felt so bad for her.
This has never happened to us, as I have stated before. So I wanted to make sure there wasn't some kind of disease or something going through the herd that I wasn't aware of. So we decided to get her tested. What I learned is that the University of Tennessee actually did necropsies and lab work for food and fiber animals. So the plan was to bring the blood work and the fetus out to the University of Tennessee, and they would in turn send it off to the labs in Nashville. So today I'm taking the fetus to the University of Tennessee, and they're going to do a necropsy. The fetus was so small that even if I looked, I don't even know if I could identify anything that would be of use. As far as the blood sample, I'm going to wait and collect it on Monday. It's time to bring Finley in here, shave her neck so that I can draw blood from her jugular so that that blood sample can accompany the fetus to the lab in Nashville. What's important to note is you ever bring in a fetus for necropsy or testing, it has to be brought in within 24 hours of the fetus actually being expelled. That's what we did on Friday. At the University of Tennessee, they actually did a special process that preserved it so it would stop whatever was going on, the decay, I suppose, so that it will be fine to go in today with the blood sample. Really nervous because the last time I drew blood was from Maple, I think 2 kidding seasons ago, to ensure she was pregnant. And so it's been a minute, and it's always scary sticking needles into the animals. Well, not for their injections so much anymore, but this is her jugular vein. It's a little nerve-wracking. Hey, Maple. You're looking larger than life there, Maple. Look at you. I know, she does not like going into the stanchion because she's had 4 days of antibiotic shots at this point. She just already anticipates it, poor thing. Okay.
I know, sweetheart, I know.
Houston, we have blood. So off we go to the University of Tennessee to drop off the blood samples to go ahead with the fetus sample, and it will be sent out tonight, and we will have an answer in a week. With that being said, that's when I'll make the video to tell you this whole ordeal. So we'll come back soon with answers to what happened, hopefully. So what we know is that Finley was carrying a little doeling who made it to 75 days gestation, and for some unknown reason just passed away. But it's just super disappointing. I mean, we have the dairy goats for dairy, so she will not be a milker this year. At her age, she should have an udder to show. We won't be able to show her. So really, Sassy will live here for another year, be bred, and hopefully this time next year we'll have a little bit doeling to show for next season. It's super disappointing and really sad, and it was a bit traumatizing, as you can see. I guess the other side of that is that I'm actually kind of glad, because it means there's nothing that I did or didn't do that caused this. And as a goat mom, you always wonder, what can I do? What can I change? How can I be better? So anyway, that's our story, and we will move on, and I will breed Finley next year, and hopefully we'll have cute little baby Finleys around. If you made it this far in the video, I want to thank you for sharing the disappointment of the tragedy as well as our triumphs here. I hope you come back soon for maybe a more pleasant topic. So goodbye from Maplewood Homestead.